The next main thing that happened is the Cabinet Mission Plan of 1946. Background: in July 1945, the Labour Party, led by Prime Minister Clement Attlee, came to power in Britain. To resolve Indian political deadlock, the British government sent a mission known as the Cabinet Mission. So there was a new power regime in Britain in the election of July 1945. So Clement Attlee from the Labour Party became the new prime minister, and he wanted to solve this Indian situation as soon as possible. So the British government sent a mission to India known as the Cabinet Mission. Who were the members of the cabinet mission? The cabinet mission consisted of Pethick Lawrence, Stafford Cripps. You must have known about about this person, Stafford Cripps. He before also came to India and led the Cripps mission. And A.V. Alexander. Their objective was to facilitate peaceful transfer of power to India and hold discussions with Congress, Muslim League, and other political parties. So they wanted to transfer the power to the people of India, and whole process of transfer should be very peaceful. So these people came to India in order to hold discussions with Congress, Muslim League, and other political parties. Proposals of the mission. What was their objective? The mission proposed that an Indian federation comprising British India and native states, the center would control defense, foreign affairs, and communications, while all other subjects would remain with provincial legislatures. So you must know this, that India was divided into many provinces, and India for now means undivided India. So all those provincial legislatures will have power over every part of Indian subcontinent, or they will have power over every subjects except the most important ones like defense, foreign affairs, and communications. So these three departments will still be under control of the Britishers, while all other things, all other powers will be under the provincial legislatures. That was the cabinet mission plan. Provincial grouping. The provinces were divided into three groups. So all the provinces were under three groups. What were those groups? Group A, Hindu majority provinces: Madras, Central provinces, Uttar Pradesh, Bihar, and Orissa. So the Britishers divided India on the basis of religion. Hence, Group A had Hindu majority provinces. Then there was Group B, which undoubtedly had Muslim majority provinces like Punjab, Northwest Frontier Province, which is also called NWFP, and Balochistan, and also Sindh. So these were the Muslim majority provinces which was grouped together. Group C had Bengal and Assam, because here the population of Hindus and Muslims were almost on same ratio. So opt out clause. Each group had the right to opt out of federal union after the election of its legislative council. So each group, if they wanted, they could stay with the Indian Union, or they could go out and form a different country. So this was a meaningless clause which aimed to create more problems. Electoral system. The constitution making body would have representatives from three main communities: general, Muslims, and Sikhs. So all the people from these three communities will be there. And keep in mind, there was no quota for the Hindus. General included all the people. Then special quotas were there for Muslims, and special quotas were there for Sikhs. So these three kinds of representatives will be there in the constitution making body. So elections were to be held using proportional representation through single transferable vote system. So elections were to be held, and a constitutional making body would be formed in which three kinds of representatives will be there: general, Muslims, and Sikhs. Aftermath. The cabinet mission plan failed as no final agreement was reached. The British government continued discussion with Indian leaders on an interim government and future constitution making body. So there was no final agreement once again, and everything was again in confusion. For detailed information, follow RIG History Extended.